How many of you guys go to the gym? The gym is a very communal environment. It's the only place in our modern day, because of just how capitalism and all the shit we've put in place works. It's really the only place you can go to just hang out with people and meet new people and interact with people outside of work or school. They call it a third place, but it's also paid, so it's not really fair for most people, but it is a private institution. So today I want to tell a little story about the gym and why I'm banned from it. That I think this also kind of serves as my appeal to the gym, to Crunch Gym in Hollywood. I would like to appeal because, like, I don't think they've really heard my side of the story yet. The story did become a little bit of an issue. So basically, I'm in the gym, right? Did my full workout basically just a couple hours ago. This is my prized WhatsApp shirt. It starts so many conversations in the gym. But I take my shirt off. I'm in the locker room and I hit the sauna. And so, we've all been in the sauna. A big part of the sauna is trying to see how long you can last, which, now that I think about it, doesn't sound so PG, but the sauna's a lot of fun. You get other guys in there, and you're sharing an experience. It's kind of like a horror movie. You're not talking to them, but you're all there for each other, right? And so I'm in there, whatever, have my Bluetooth speaker listening to video game music, and I'm in the nude because it's the sauna, and these other guys aren't really in the nude, but you can tell, even though they're not in the nude and like fully committed, their mental state is very strong, and I don't want to let them beat me, or so to speak. I don't want them to stay in the sauna longer than me, naturally. And so I'm basically doing whatever I can to not let the heat overcome me and not tap out, because sure, it's a social thing for sure, but it's also like a dominance thing. Like, I see these guys around the gym, and I just want them to know what's up next time I see them, because frankly, I can't lift anything crazy. I'm not. Some of these guys they're benching like 300. It's like, I gotta make a name for myself somehow, and if it takes being in the sauna for 2 hours and having the heat on max, that's what I gotta do. And so I'm in the sauna, and I think, okay, I have no idea how these two guys are still in here. This should not be humanly possible. I feel like I'm about to die, and I feel like I'm stronger than most people in the sauna. And like, if you've ever been in a sauna or a sweat lodge, it's just, the heat is so unbearable. It's not like it's exactly uncomfortable, but your mind is like screaming to you. It's like, get the hell out of here, this is horrible. It's like, it just feels, ugh. It's like, yeah. And so, your mind is constantly telling you to tap out, your body's telling you to tap out, but you have that will, that goal, that you want to stay in there longer than everyone else. And it's true, that is how people die. But I'm not really thinking about that. I'm just thinking about beating them. And so basically what I do is, so I'm in there just vibing to the music, but it's not really going too well. So I take my vape out of my, okay, so I'm not really wearing clothes, but I still wanted to keep my vape, so I kind of have it like, guys, you know how it is. You put it like in your crack a little bit, and like kind of in your gooch. You know what I'm talking about. But so I pull it out. I take a huge rip, and I'm just blowing the smoke out, right? Because I want to last as long as possible. And these guys are just, sitting in there, whatever, just somehow surviving this heat. And so I think, wait, maybe, see, this is where the brains start working. Maybe since, because there's already all this steam in there, and I just blew this huge cloud, and I'm already naked. And so I started thinking, maybe it really couldn't hurt to take my mind off things and just, kind of reach down and fiddle around down there, just really quick, like not for any extended period of time while I'm in there. And so I think, okay, because we all listen to music and vape in the sauna, but that's, doing anything more than that, it's kind of frowned upon. So I got to be stealthy about it. And so one more time, I probably take the hugest rip of my vape I've ever taken. If I was timing it, it would have been like more than 10 seconds. I don't know. It was crazy. But like my lungs are entirely full of smoke, and then I breathe it out. It goes everywhere. And then just really quick, I start, freaking beating my shit. And, I'm like looking around. I'm like, I'm acting casual, but I'm like, my eyes are looking everywhere, making sure no one sees it. And I'm freaking just, going at it for a sec, just trying to get that rush so I can take my mind off it. And it does work. But, I'm like, shit. Like it's getting hot in here again. It works for a second, but it's getting hot in here, and I'm like, okay, I gotta do it again. So I take another colossal rip, and then I'm going, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm so close. But then the smoke dissipates and the steam kind of goes away, and it's still really hot in there, and I'm so close. And I know if I can just get there, then I'll have like a minute, and maybe in that minute I can overcome these guys it's two other guys, and maybe I can overcome them. And one of them is old somehow. Like, I don't know how he's doing that, but... And so, yeah, sure enough, third rip, as soon as the people see me about to take my third rip, I don't know why they would leave just looking at it, but before I even take it, just as they see me puffing in, they both tap out, which was amazing. But they're like, they kind of have to like shuffle out, and so I'm just, you can't get up until they get out, or else they think it's just a tie, right? If you've ever been in a sauna, you know this. It's like, but actually I was technically last to leave. Like, you can't say that. Like, that doesn't count as a win, because you're all getting up and you're going into the, like, when you go up, you're going down into the cooler air. And so I'm still just sitting there, and then I breathe it out, and I'm so close. And I actually do finish. And the floor of the sauna is kind of like a shower, if that makes sense. So there's a drain, and it's fine. But like, apparently the old guy who's last to leave, like, they kind of hear me, and like some noises came out of me or something, and they look back, and then they see that, and he sees it right at the instant. So like, I would have plausible deniability if he hadn't seen it at the instant, that the climax period. And so I just know I'm boned. Yeah, I get out after that, and the Crunch employees are waiting for me out there, and they're like, there's kind of high law enforcement activity in Hollywood since it's a more populated place, and they're like, sir, the police are on their way, you gotta leave. And I'm like, okay, can I at least cancel my membership? And they're like, they just say something along the lines of like, no, just be glad we're not like pursuing you more or prosecuting you more. And then yeah, so I guess I'm banned from there, and I got out. You know, I know from my experiences in life that just getting out quick, it helps you so much, because I did see the police pull in there as I left, because apparently, I don't know, maybe the guy my age in there was underage. I don't know. But, you know, it was some sort of like police are on the scene almost immediately type of thing. But just getting out of there helped me out so much. But yeah, I don't know if there's any lawyers watching this or anyone's been in this situation. It's a shame, because I really like that gym. They had this they had like a very lenient policy, and you could kind of just, like, sometimes I couldn't make my membership payment, and I would kind of just like go in the back door or whatever, and it worked out. But yeah, it's a shame that I'm probably banned from there. I don't know. If anyone's been in there, leave a comment. Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed hearing the story. And yeah, thanks for watching.